So Dan, UFC's first event in Melbourne, you were the first Melburnian on the card. You are now the first Melburnian with a win in the UFC. Tell us about that. How does that feel?
It feels awesome. I mean, to fight in the UFC is a massive deal. To fight in your hometown is a big deal. And then to fight in a stadium in your hometown in the UFC and win, that's made my year. It's awesome. I'm really happy.
We saw when you were walking down, it looked like there was a lot of nerves. What was going through your mind? Was it hard making that walk down to the octagon?
Look, as I said in the octagon, I'm a full-time athlete, but I run a gym and I rely on a lot of people to volunteer their time to help me. I haven't got a big professional team behind me, and to be able to come out and perform is very important to me, and coming out, that's expectation. But I'm a competitive person. I've been competing my whole life, and you know that is a weight on your shoulders that you want to do well for those around you. But you know, at least I got to go in there and actually show what I can do, and do some judo throws and actually put together a good MMA match. In my opinion, I'll have to watch back, but yeah, that's stressful. Simple as that.
The big criticism on Dan Kelly has always been the striking. Great at grappling, great at judo, but when it comes to boxing, not as good. In this fight, there was some huge improvements in your boxing. You were very aggressive. You had that nice two that went straight down the middle. Tell us about the work that you did in your boxing. How much did you focus on it leading into this fight?
Heaps. I mean, everyone criticises he can't box. He doesn't show any judo. I mean, I boxed and showed judo tonight. He hit me a few times, granted, but I hit him with some very heavy shots, and I think my striking is improving. You know, I'm 38 years old, and you know, I came to striking late. My body doesn't let me do a lot of things, but I will get in there and have a crack and throw down. And I've won 3 fights in the UFC now, and not against locals. They're all Americans that I've beaten. You know, so I think I'm proving that I belong in this organisation, and I belong in the top organisation in the world, and I'm going to carry on for a little while longer.
In the first round there, you took him down and landed some really clean elbows, and it looked like the referee almost going to step in. How was it hard not to get discouraged by you not stopping the fight?
No, not at all. Look, if they're going to stop a fight, the guy normally goes limp a little bit. He still felt quite strong in the body. I was trying to soften him up with those blows, but I knew there was no chance I was going to stop the fight because he wasn't covering up that much, and he still felt strong in the body trying to get up. So I wasn't discouraged. I knew it was going to be a hard fight. I mean, we both come off losses. He's a proud kid, and he's a kid. He's 14 years younger than me, and I knew it was going to be hard the whole way through. I reckon I was close in that first round. I reckon I rocked him hard with the left hand, and also again in the third round, I reckon I was close with the head arm and close to the rear naked choke. I just couldn't quite finish him, which is disappointing in a way, but at the end of the day, I mean, what do you guys think? Was it an entertaining fight?
Yeah, absolutely.
So then it's fine. I don't care.
It was back and forth as well. Obviously, you won the first and third round. He might have won the second round. So going into that third round, did you think it was a draw going into that last round? Yes,
absolutely. And I was tired. I'll be honest with you, I was tired. But I actually put a good judo combination together to throw him down. An Osoto, foot sweep, Kosoto, and that's how I took him down in the third round. I'm glad I could string that together. That's been a criticism as well. I'm just happy I could actually showcase what I can do in the octagon. That's what I was really happy about.
Dan, was this the biggest win of your career, you feel?
Oh, for sure. I mean, coming off a loss, if I'd have lost, I'm out. There's no question at all. I mean, the last fight I got stopped in less than a minute. The fight before that in Denver was ugly. I'm not going to deny that. Obviously, there was circumstances around that. This fight keeps me alive for another 2 fights. That's it. And it was enjoyable. Once I got in there and the bum hole stopped going like this and the retching stopped, it was great fun.
Richard Walsh was back here. He actually saw that you won the fight, and as we were doing the post-fight interview, when we started talking about the relationship that you two had together, he actually started to cry. It was a pretty special relationship. We could see it from the interview. What does it feel like being able to both local guys, being able to win on such a big card? What's your relationship like?
Oh, it's very close. There's one more important one to win now, and that's Jay. And I train with Jay 2 or 3 times a week. I love the kid. I'm close friends with his dad. He's the next one to win. Walsh means a lot to me as well. I go up and visit and travel. We talk to each other once a week, kind of thing. It's a shame Brennan wasn't on the card as well. The 4 of us have actually stayed quite close after the house, and even though they're a lot younger than me, I really like those guys, and it is emotional. I mean, you guys got to remember, this is an emotional sport. You put your balls on the line every time. I take away time from my family and kids. You know, you're always kicking yourself leading up, going, you know, I want to be a better dad. I want to do this for my family, and it's a lot of pressure. It's not just the whole circus thing around it. I mean, I take this very personally and very seriously. So, I mean, I might be a bit of a sook now, but that's the way I feel.
So 3 wins. What's next for your career? What do you want? Anybody you want to call out next?
Not really. I want to take a week or so to get ready. I want to fight a couple of times next year and just keep evolving. I mean, I'm glad you guys said that my boxing's better. I work really, really hard on that. I work hard. It's not something I joke around with. Obviously, even in judo, I wasn't the most naturally gifted athlete. I have to work hard for every game that I get. So I give it a week and I'll message Joe Silva. I'm happy I'm alive still, and we keep going.
Richie said in the last time we interviewed him just earlier today that he doesn't particularly like fighting on international cards. He much prefers fighting closer to home in Australia. Do you like fighting in overseas?
Look, I fought in Denver earlier this year. I didn't know the rulings on strapping tape. As you can see, I'm taped up fairly heavily on my knee and ankles. I don't mind. It costs more, because you've got to take your corners over. It costs more to fight overseas. But look, I've just come from a crowd who's all behind me. I wouldn't mind going and fighting a local in another place and experiencing that as well. I mean, my whole judo career I was booed, except for when I fought in Sydney, so it's nothing new for me. I couldn't give a rat's ass, to be honest.
We were talking to Mike Swick earlier in the week, and he mentioned that one of the reasons he retired is because he didn't have much time to spend with his family. Now that you're all done, what's the first thing you're going to do with your kids? What are your plans now?
You know Kyrle Castle in Ballarat? We're going there next Sunday. That's what I'm going to do.
Disneyland.
Yeah, it's like a medieval Disneyland. My kids love swords and stuff, so we're going to go up there. Now, it's important, you concentrate so hard because you take it seriously for 8 weeks, 9 weeks, and everything else falls behind. At the time, you're selfish, you're pushing, and you don't really stick your head up. In the last week, you actually do. Well, I do. And I go, shit, I'm doing this for my family to set up a better life for my family, but at the same time, they sacrifice a lot for 2 months. I mean, my poor wife sacrifices everything. And at the time, I think she's unreasonable. I'm the one who's unreasonable, not her. And that's how it is.
Dan, you're 38 now. How much longer do you think you'll be in the sport for?
So I've won 4 fights. I've had 4 fights now. My aim's 10. 10 fights in the UFC. That'll put me over 40. That'll be enough. We'll see how the body goes. Let's be honest though, I'd have lost this fight, I'm done. So I've extended by another 2, so that puts me to 6, I reckon. Well, we'll just see.
Just to clarify, when you say if you lost this fight, you would have been done, you mean retired or just out of the UFC?
I would have been out of the UFC. And to be honest, I'm not going back to local shows. I'm 38 years old. I won't ever get a bump back up. I'll have nothing else to prove. This is a proving ground here. Look, I did it in the Olympics. I mean, I wrestled at Commonwealth Games. Now this is another place to prove myself. And there's financial benefits as well. So.
In terms of the pressure, how does the pressure compare from the Olympics to the UFC octagon?
It's more emotionally draining doing the UFC. The Olympics is a pleasure, and so is this to an extent, but it's more emotionally draining in the UFC because it's one fight, one person, one 15-minute block, and you're done. So yeah, this is more pressure, I think. And I sacrifice a lot more than when I was a kid doing judo.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you very much.